Okay guys, so we're going to do our quick recap on today's trades. Today we traded ANVS. As you can see here, ANVS, this is the 5-minute chart. Here we can see that it was trading at 422 yesterday, and then today it hit a high of 983 pre-market. Here throughout pre-market it offered opportunities. We had this little nice run up to 838, pulled back to VWAP. Nice bull flag entry here up to 940, then another pullback to VWAP, bounce off VWAP up to 983, pulled back down to VWAP. So my entry was for a gap and go setup out of the gates. Here we'll jump into the 1-minute chart so we can see what and how we traded it. Okay, so here we can see that it moved to 983, it pulled back down to this level. So we had another pivot point here at 935. 935 was a, let's see, a pivot point. Pivot point is a potential entry. So I was watching this, and so initially I was like, okay, well, this thing's pretty extended. So I initially want to see a flush out of the gates. So I knew that 916 was the candle's high on this one. So I was thinking, okay, so if I see volume coming in to buy on the buy side, I'm going to jump in for a move higher. Potential break of 35, maybe a tap of 50. And or another way that we could trade this is a flush down to 9, an entry right under 9 for a move back up higher. So I tried to jump in out of the gates for over 916. I did not get filled, and as you can see here, it squeezed all the way up to 945, and then I jumped in on the pullback entry on a dip buy. So it pulled back down to $9, and I jumped in around 906, 905, and sold up here at 925. Sold half my position, and then the other half down around 920. And then it continued. I was completely out of that position, and then it ended up going down. It came all the way down to 882. This could have been another entry here down here at this level for a move higher. This would have been a really nice one from 982 up to a high of 965. So that was another one. And then here, as you can see, it failed. So once it would have broke 910, you would want to be out of that position, because here it broke that support level, and it just continued to go all the way down to 825. So down almost $1 from that entry if you would have got in there. So that was one trade that I took. And then the next trade, as you can see here, it halted going down. It continued to go lower. It hit a low of 757. It hit the 200 EMA, this purple line. It bounced up, halted going up, resumed, went higher. It ended up closing low. It hit the VWAP, and then it just continued to go higher up to a high of 1025. This was a double top at 1025, and here it could not break that level, so it failed. Let's see, let me clear this line. It failed, and it came down. So I was watching for a flush. I wanted a hard flush. I wanted a hard rejection. I ended up getting one, but I bought in at the halt going down at 876. I was expecting this to break this level here, this VWAP orange dotted line, for it to break it. It hit this level. This was a halt going down level, and then immediately bounced back up to 925. But it ended up halting going down, and I jumped in with, I guess, one not that heavy share size, but I did not want to hold this stock going down, on the halt going down, because usually when the stocks halt going down, they continue to go down. If a halt starts going up, they open up higher. In this case, the stock was going down, so I sold half my position there at 876 for a break even sell, and then I held through the halt, 5-minute halt. It resumed at 871. It hit a high of, I could have added there at 871, but I was like, well, I'm not too sure about this one. I got in at the halt, which is not really what I wanted to do. The reason I did not sell immediately was because there was support back here at 873. So I was like, okay, well, we have support here. So worst case scenario, it'll open, break even around in the 70s, and I could sell and just, break even trade. So pretty much it did that. I would have liked for it to bounce here and go higher, but it did not do that. So it resumed at 871. It hit a high of 887, and I sold up here around this level. And I was completely out of that position. It could not break that level. It just failed. It hit a low of 791, and that was it on that stock. And that was the only stock that I traded today. So today we had gap and go entry potential out of the gates, and then a dip buy entry, kind of very similar to yesterday. What's interesting about these stocks is that usually what happens one day carries over to the next, and possibly even to the next, and you might even get the whole week the same kind of action, price action, stock prices, float size, and even patterns. You might get the same patterns for the whole week. At least we got this pattern yesterday for the gap and go out of the gates, and then a dip buy out of the gates. So we had both yesterday and then today. So it'd be interesting to see what tomorrow holds. See if we get the same kind of price action. Today was a little bit choppy, so I have to kind of be careful with that. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.